Alright guys, so we got Alan Burnett here, and he bought a booth from us
November 2015.
November 2015.
Yes, sir.
So it's been a little over a year now, and things have been going great for you. You just got a new LED enclosure.
Yep.
And so what I wanted to do here is bring you in, since you purchased from us a year ago, and do a follow-up, see how your business is going. What have you learned over the year? What are the mistakes that you've had starting your business? Shortcomings, anything like that that you can help to give people feedback on how they can avoid mistakes or be better, stuff like that. So give them a little bit of background about you, and then we can jump into Q&A session.
Okay.
Yeah.
My background, I started bartending about 2 or 3 years ago. Throughout the course of that time, I got to meet with a lot of different venues around Dallas, a lot of wedding venues. So from there, I met with a lot of DJs. I met with a lot of other photo booth vendors, not Photo Booth Dallas, but some of the others. And I was just, as I'm mixing drinks, I'm watching what they're doing, and I'm like, well, these guys are always at these venues. Let me talk to them and get an idea of what it is they do and what's involved. Talked with a few people. They told me about, how lucrative it could be. The work is very, very easy. But it's a great investment. Everybody that I spoke with said the same thing. It's a great investment. So I decided to look into it further and found Josh here at Photo Booth International and the team here. And I came and sat down and I talked with them probably for about a month before I made my decision.
I didn't think you were going to buy from us.
I know. I just kept calling. I was like, hey, man, I got questions.
Yeah, I'm coming. He came to the showroom like 3 or 4 times. And we're like, man, this guy right here.
He's wasting our time. I mean, it was definitely an investment. I mean, it was one of those things I had to jump and have, take a leap of faith. I told them about what I had going on, that I was a bartender, and I already had all these different wedding venues. And I talked to them, the owners. I said, hey, look, I'm looking into investing into a photo booth. They said, do it. We'll already put you on our preferred vendor list if you do it. Get a good product. Make sure you get a great product, not just a pipe and drape, and we'll make you a preferred vendor. So I came back. I told Josh, all right, let's do it. What do I need to do? What's the first step? They set me on the path, and a little over a year later, here I am. Business is going great. 2016 was a little slow for me, but I had just gotten it. 2017, I'm booked all year, just about 2 or 3 events every month or every other month. I'm already booked into 2018 for a lot of weddings. Matter of fact, I just had a client to leave me a voicemail. She wanted me to do her wedding in May. So it's a definite investment. One of those things you have to take a leap of faith and take care of it. But once you get in there and you start making the money, it's paying itself. It's paying for itself easily. There's absolutely no overhead for me. I mean, one event pays for all supplies and then some, and then plenty of profit left over for me if you want to get into profit margins. A few mistakes that I've made just the past year. I've had a lot of customers to call me. They'll go to my website, they'll leave me information, and I'll give them a call, and I'll go over all the information with them, and they're like, yes, I want it. Book me.
Right.
So I'll go ahead and I'll save the date, and I'll send out all my information. Hey, I need a deposit to go ahead and save the date. And they'll never get back with me. And then I'll follow up again, and they'll never get back with me. And from there, I'll kind of put it out of mind because I have other clients coming in, and it's just me myself working it. So I fell into a habit of not following up with customers that already said they want it.
Follow-up is crucial.
Yeah, so you have to constantly stay on to them until they say yes or no.
So are you using 17 Hats to keep track of it?
I use 17 Hats. It's a CRM. One of the best investments to go along with the booth. It keeps up with everything. If you put all your information in there, it keeps up with all their contact information, dates, everything down to when they need to sign your contracts.
You can send contracts.
Yeah, I can send contracts.
Now, do you have the workflow reminders to like remind you to follow up?
Yep, I get emails.
So now
daily.
Nothing is slipping through the cracks.
Nothing is slipping through.
Okay.
I had to get that set up. Take the time and sit down and set up everything exactly like I needed it.
And they do have a service where they'll set it up for you.
Yep.
And we have a discount code for 17 hats. Let me pull that up so I can give it to the audience here, and they'll give you a little discount on it. And I think, and you got it tapped in with your email, right?
Yep.
So
everything, email, PayPal.
Right.
I get paid through 17 hats. I send invoices.
Got it.
Keeps up. If they pay the deposit, it'll tell you the balance that's left, and it'll factor that in. So it's a great tool to have for you, working for you.
So you said in the past, you were doing the back and forth thing. So what have you changed now to increase your sales and prevent that from happening, to where you're not like, hey, I want to book, and then never hear from them?
Again, I turn into like one of those old school car salesmen. I'm going to keep calling you until you give me a definite answer, whether it's yes or no. And it's definitely worked out. A lot of people are scared to go for the sale and say, hey, let me be your preferred photo booth vendor versus some of the other guys out there. You really have to sell yourself. So I've definitely gone out and just said, hey, look, we talked about this. Your event is coming up. What do you want to do? Do you want to book my services, or shall I move on to something else? And they'll give me a definite answer right then and there.
And that's the follow-up is crucial. A lot of people just you'll get the lead, and then it's done. Hey, okay, I'm sending you the quote now. Let us know if you want to book. That's not going to work. We're going to kill you. I mean, we get leads and we're pounding them from day one every day. We don't. We'll ask them, and we'll generate a rapport with them. How's things going? How's the kids? How's the family? How's your daughter's planning going for the quince or birthday party or whatever the case is? And so, if you're not following up with them, I'm gonna.
You're losing money. You're losing money if you don't follow up. Somebody's gonna get it.
What's gonna happen is like they'll delay to the last minute, and then they're just like, let me just go ahead and make the booking for the photo booth, and then they'll do it with whoever's been following up with them or whoever they can find at that time. So 17 hats has been a big tipping point for you.
Yes.
And the discount code for the 17 hats is going to be G as in green, W, G as in green, B for boy, V for Victor, D for David, B for boy, C for Charlie, V for Victor. If you didn't catch that, just email us at support@photoboothint.com, and we'll get you that discount code. Even if you haven't bought or done business with us, you can still use that code. It's a really great software to use, and it's going to keep track of everything and make sure that nothing slips through the cracks, because that's you pay for those leads that come to your website. You do advertising, and the cost per click, you're paying $3-5 a click, and you get 5 or 6 clicks before you get someone to fill out the form, and you're paying for those leads. You got to follow up with them.
There you go.
All that information. Make sure you also using something like MailChimp, or it's collecting all the emails for you.
17 hats does,
Okay.
It collects them.
So and then you send out email blasts, once a quarter or something, or holiday time. Make sure to do email marketing too. It's not just phone, and stay on top of it like that.
Yeah.
So what else has been going on? What other mistakes that you've learned over the last year? How many events did you do in 2016?
Including the work with you guys?
Yeah, so Alan is also when we get overbooked, we hire Alan to do his events. So let's say, without our work,
without yours,
like we can look at realistic. Now Alan he does have a full-time job that he works, so he's not running his business full-time. So it's not going to be a typical number of events for someone who's doing a full-time photo booth business. So he was doing it part-time, keeping his expenses low, which is a great way to get started. That's how I got started. The first 6 months, whenever we started with our photo booth, I was still working a full-time job, and weekends hitting the events, and then we were able to build it up to where I could leave my job at that time. So So what would you say? Like just a rough estimate. Just
realistically, maybe about 12,
about 12
throughout the
months.
year.
Okay.
I mean, that averages out to about 2 a month.
Yeah.
In between that, again, like you said, I work full time,
Right.
so it was hard to try to keep up with a lot of it. In between that time, I was helping Photo Booth Dallas out if they were overbooked and needed extra help as well.
So yeah, we were giving him some gigs. So overall, I mean, the money that you made in 2016, if you were to put that money right back and pay off your booth, I know you took a vacation to Maui with it. So if you were to put that money back, you know, if you put every cent that you earned to pay off that booth, would you have paid off the booth in the first year?
Yep.
And some?
And then some.
And then some. Okay.
And then some.
So
Yep.
1 year the booth would have been paid off. So you paid, your invoice was around $7,000 from the booth, and then he had a couple of extra accessories that are coming with his package.
Yep.
So, you know, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, it's paid off. So this year is 2017. Are you planning on leaving your job or?
Not just yet.
Okay. Well, you got it easy though, right? I mean,
I mean,
it's not like a hard job.
It's not a hard job,
Yeah.
but it's a fun job, and at the same time, I use it to market myself. I mean, for those that don't know, I'm in liquor sales, liquor distributor for a company, so I get to meet with a lot of clients out at bars and restaurants. And while I'm actually working, I also promote my photo booth business. I'm asking them, you know, hey, do you have any plans for this weekend? Especially, we just had Christmas, we got New Year's tomorrow.
Right.
We've had Thanksgiving, Halloween, all these 4th of July events. I was able to push and advertise to a lot of my other customers, hey, you know, I got this other event coming up if you guys have a party. It always adds that extra flair to the party, having a photo booth there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. You know, some people may be in that position where you don't have to or don't really want to leave your job, but I mean, you can do this part-time and make an extra 20 grand a year you know, easily like that. So, I mean, that's also a good strategy too. I mean, you can pay off a house, buy a new car, vacations, have zero debt, you know, and still be, you know, still work part-time, and you don't have to work every single weekend. You can do it, you know, one weekend.
Exactly. My plan is to get another booth this year. I want to have 2 booths going at once. I know it's going to get busier for me. I'm pushing it harder. My wife is helping me push it as well. So my plan is to get a second booth, maybe a third. All works out well. And I mean, long-term goals is, like you said, you know, paying off debt or just have an extra 20 grand. My goal is to save up. I'm trying to buy a house.
Nice.
So that's
Congrats, man. Well, we'll follow your progress and we'll.
Oh, definitely. I'll be back on here again when I get that second booth.
So you got a gig tonight?
Got a gig tonight. Have a wedding tonight.
Yeah, he's going to be in Poetry Springs, and that's a wedding venue here in Dallas. They actually have, what, 4 locations?
They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 locations.
6 locations.
In between Dallas and Fort Worth.
Okay, and so.
And I'm preferred vendor at all.
Preferred vendor listed on his website. What's your website?
www.kingsmanservices.com.
Okay.
Check me out.
So he got a really nice website that we designed for him that comes part of his package. And that's the website looks awesome. And
took a lot of time to get that to where it is now.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks good.
I had to put a lot of special touches to it.
So the gig you have tonight, how many hours and how much are you making on it?
Tonight I'm working, 5:30 to 8:30, so just 3 hours. I'm making, about $650.
$650.
I made already. She's already paid. Deposit down. We're good to go. She's good to go. She got a custom layout that was created, and I sent it to her last week. She's thrilled. And actually, the booth is a surprise for her daughter that's getting married. They don't know that the booth is going to be there. So I'm getting there. I'm setting it up, and once the bride comes in, get them in the booth and let them have some fun.
Okay. That's awesome, man. $600 just like that. Real quick.
Just for 3 hours.
That'll cover all the Christmas gifts.
Yeah. You know, bank account looks a little hurt for Christmas, but hey, this helps it out.
That's good. So, you gotta, it's 2:00 now. I know you gotta go grab your equipment and head over to the gig. So any last words that you want to tell to people? I mean, how has our support, has our training, the contracts and everything that we did provide you, has that been
I wouldn't have been able to make it this year without their support. You know, it's not coming in, you buying the booth, you're on Facebook Live, and you're on YouTube, and that's it. When you need help, any additional support, whether it's with the booth, how to set up something with the printer, something going on with your website, Josh has always been here since November 2015 for me. And again, you guys will see me on, if you follow them on YouTube, I'm popping up pretty much every other month if I come in to pick up extra supplies or buying something else or props or even just stopping in just to say what's up. I'm constantly talking to these guys. They're constantly asking me, how are things going? If there's anything that I need that they can do on their part, they're here for me.
Right.
And it will be the same for you guys too. If you don't have a booth, if you're like I was and still being indecisive and trying to make that decision, come on in and talk to these guys. They will help you along the way. And even after you buy the booth, they'll
Making
still
money on his watch already. Huh? Is that the client?
No, that's not the client.
Okay.
That's probably a bill collector. But they'll be here, to help you through your journey.
Yeah.
It's not, you buying a booth and they're gone.
Right.
They're always going to be here. So,
Yeah.
and that's one of the biggest part of the investment that sold me, that you guys have been here this entire time.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate that. I mean, we put a lot of work into getting everything, and we have a pretty good team here.
Oh, most definitely.
It's not just me. I mean, it all works together. The rest of the team with us, Kaylin, Zach, Daniel, Comedy, Jasmine,
Oh yeah.
Shireen. And so it's a pretty it's a team effort that we try to get in, and so. It's not just a one-man show.
No, not at all.
But yeah, we've been we developed a relationship over the year now, and we're glad that it worked out. I mean, it takes a lot of time for us to put all that stuff together and to make all the videos and edit it and upload it and all that. So that's good that you're using it. Well, Alan, thank you very much for stopping by and giving your input on the podcast today.
Anytime.
And on the live stream. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. And stay tuned for more information about Alan. And you can check us out at photoboothinternational.com, or you can reach us at 855-474-6868.
Yes, sir.
Bye, guys.
Take care.